Could you risk 50% of your account on a single trade? Many traders do it without realizing, and that's why they blow accounts. Today, I'll show you how to risk smart and grow steady. My request is to the chat will come up quickly. Yeah, that's it.
I was an ordinary boy.
Yo, it's Naira here, and if you want to trade long enough, like to actually get profitable, risk management is your lifeline. It's what's going to help you stay long in this game to eventually see your profits. So today, let's break it down. So risk management is actually important in your trading journey because it's one of the key reasons that to actually make you stay long enough in this market or in this trading industry to finally enable you see your profits, or eventually when your system or your time comes, your system starts playing out and you start understanding not just strategy but how to fit your emotions and yourself into the market in such a way that you can be profitable over a while, and not just being profitable, being consistently profitable. This when risk management is really, really important. And it's not as in Forex, even starting a business, you have to take risk into consideration and understand how to actually diversify your money so you don't end up losing more than you are willing to lose. Definitely there will be risks in businesses. I recommend you read this book, Richest Man in Babylon, and Psychology of Money, to help you understand money more or better. So risk is actually part of life. Life in of itself is risky because you can't get out of life alive. Even to go to heaven itself, to know if you go to heaven, you have to take risk of dying to know. So risk is important. But going back to this Forex market, you need to understand risk to the point that it actually saves you most of the time. You get into drawdowns, because I've actually been on losing streak of 6 trades in a row. No, at least 6 trades, 3 in a row. Then the other 3 were coming randomly, but I've had losing streaks of 6 trades in a row. I've only had losing streaks of 9 trades, only 1 was profit. Let's look at this chart. Let me explain further with this chart. You see this chart here now. If you came to the marketplace and we're risking recklessly, and we're risking like it's no man's business, we're just risking like his account. Though people actually do this. There's people that have more than this to lose. But for a professional perspective, and actually if you want to manage people's money, you don't want to be risking this thing here. Even up to $1 million account, you don't want to be risking this. If you read Market Wizards or the Complete Auto Traders, you understand what I'm saying. There's a trader, Richard Dennis, who was risking crazy amounts on his portfolio. Yes, investors were happy, money was coming in rather than or better than other traders. But when the drawdowns hit, he lost more than 50% of his equity. At some point, when the market started advancing, he stopped trading, but later came back and it wasn't what it used to be for him, so he just stopped. But he trained traders that even when they had low streaks, his own was larger than theirs. Upcoming traders that has experienced more than why is risk management. So in this to tell you that risk management is very, very important. Okay, look at this account now. If you had 1K account and you're risking 20% per trade, it just takes 5 trades for you and you are gone. Like the account is liquidated. This is if the 5 trades were in a row. If you're always in between, even at that, you will be down serious percentage of your account. But if you came here now, I'm also going to look at this and say, it's too slow. This one here, this 2% will say it's too slow. This and that. The way they don't give me that money fast, it's the same way to take that money away from you fast. It's just like that. So this 1K now, you are risking 2% per trade. This is actually $20 per trade. So $20, $20. If you're risking 5 trades, you're already down $100. You won't like be emotionally down that much to actually say, this thing has I've lost too much here. I cannot place. I can talk more to even have your account liquidated. Because this one now, even when you're on this trade here, when you're on this section, you've lost 600, you have just 400 left. You won't press that by yourself button, you're risking the same percentage. It takes great emotional resilience to actually do that. It's not an easy feat to undertake. To actually risk $200 even when you're seeing these losses straight up here. It's actually not easy. Because what I recommend you risk per trade is actually 1 to 2% of your account. It will enable you to stay long enough to see your edge play out. My win rate as of last month or last 2 months was around 40 to 30%. So through backtesting, journaling, and reviewing, I've actually increased it to 50% on my previous trade, 50% thereabouts. It's still ranging between 50 and 40, but there's improvement. So I actually see this 5 trades loss in a row. So if I risk crazily, even if it was 10% that you're risking on this account, by now you'll be down $500 half of the account. Some people might see the money and say it's not much in terms of the money, but this amount here will still like emotionally impact the person to the point that you'll be like, can I actually play this next trade? Because if your head is not clear, even pressing that by yourself button is actually a very big mistake in this industry. So you have to actually take your risk into consideration. Okay, like this account here now, this is a Naira trader account, it's a prop firm account, but it's in Naira. My Nigerian brothers here will understand. It's in Naira. This was an account that I was actually trading since let me bring it up. Since this month now, I bought it recently this month. I don't know if they'll actually show me the entire risk on the account because I've passed phase 1. So I just hope that yes, this is it. The first trade I took on this account was this one here, which I made. The account is 200k in Naira. I made 16,000 Naira. So on my second trade, it was a loss 6k. Third trade, it was a loss 2k. You see, so and these two losses amounted to almost 8,000. But I was still risking the same amount of risk, the same percentage that I risk. I was risking for 4% of the account because it was a Naira account. If you're risking around 1 to 2%, you can't actually trade anything with it. So this 4%, the maximum drawn on the account is 20%, which is 40,000 Naira. Your goal is 10%. So the maximum drawdown here is 20%. Like I said before, and our target is 10%. Yes. So I had this 16%, 16,000 Naira loss, and I risked 4%. I made 8%. Yes, that is 4% of 200,000 is 8,000. So I risked 4% and made 8%, which is 16k here. So that was this trade. And on this one, I also risked 4%, but I was actually able to use my trade management skills to reduce the losses here, and these two amounted to 8,000 something or so. I also had this break-even trade here too. This was a trade that was on USD card here, USD card here. On USD card buy, and market came back and hit my break-even here. No, it was GPSD rather, GPSD. So if you see SL, my break-even, that was what price hit. I made 8 USD here, 8 Naira. So coming down on this one also, this was one that actually passed the account. These two buys on USD card. This ones I closed them manually when I hit the targets I bought. So what I'm trying to show you here is not actually this profit or loss here. What I'm trying to show you here is risk management. I was risking 4%, and the idea there was after 3 losses, I'm supposed to drop down to 2%, but I didn't have losses here. This was a break even. They said that 4% actually, and the way I did it, and the drawdown was 50% maximum drawdown. So I have 5 trades to play with. 5 trades. After 5 trades, the account is gone. So just get 4% here. I already made this one clearly 8%. These two here, if I had gone higher than that, these two losses, the account would have gone. So it was because I controlled the risk on these two places that I actually, and also trade management skills that I will explain for on that later. I also made these two losses here not to amount to big figures that could actually take away this loss and liquidate the account. So that's just it. Risk management is actually just like your spine in this industry. Is the main thing that will actually help you here. So clearly here, if you were actually if you're taking trades for 1:2, 1:3, even with a 30% win rate, you're covered. Yes. If you have 30% win rate, you should at least be taking trades with 1:3 risk to reward, and 40%, at least 1:2, 1:3 are covered. Then from 50% So as a risk to reward, they are highly covered. I just so you have to actually determine your risk before you get into a trade. Determine how many percent of that account that you are ready to lose. Then divide that into the risk per trade that they are going to take, and have a trade basket. Maybe 5 trades per basket, 10 trades per basket, 20 trades per basket, depending on your strategy and your trading system and your risk appetite. Because some people might take this number of risk here, and even up to this last one, they will still have the confidence to actually place this last trade here. Mostly people that can do that are usually experienced traders that have the capital to lose. But as long as you are upcoming and you want to be able to manage people's money in the future, you actually need to learn how to stick with this. At least max you should go is 4%, 4 to 5% max. You need to understand trade management and actually learn this. I will also explain further on this on probably my next video. So comment below your current trades per trade. Let's use risking and who needs to adjust before it's too late. Please actually comment your current trades per trade. Let me see what you guys have risk yourself and see how I can actually help you to improve your risk. And if this content you like, please like, share and subscribe, and drop your suggestions in the comment section on videos you want me to make for you, maybe on trade management or psychology, but any video at all.